Hello everyone. In this video we are going to talk about production planning and control PPC. So let's start the video. Production planning and control. Production control, it is just the implementation and execution of the production planning. Whatever we have decided in the previously discussed 4 steps: estimating, routing, scheduling, and then loading. We are just going to implement it. We are just going to execute whatever we have discussed in the 4 previous explained steps, right? So it is the implementation. By coordinating different activities, operations are constantly evaluated, right? Then we are going to guide and direct along the plans. If there are deviations, we are going to check, we are going to verify, and then we are going to guiding. We are going for the directions as per the plans we have decided in the planning phase. So now the two important concepts are production planning. Here PP and PC are interrelated, which means PP here refers to production planning and PC here refers to production control. So both the things are interrelated, and interrelated in the sense, if there is no production planning, we cannot go for production control because there will be no benchmark, right? If there will be no production controlling, there will be no benefit of production planning. Things are on paper, they are not being executed. So both are interrelated, interdependent on each other. Last point is very much important, which talks about production planning serves as the basis of production control. So production control can only be possible when you have a plan to check. Measuring the deviation, we can only measure the variations and deviations if there is a benchmark. So that benchmark is clearly mentioned in the production planning, and the actual results are taken out in during production control. So production planning serves as the basis for production control, right? Production control ensures that production planning is implemented as desired, as we have decided during the production planning phase, right? So this is the meaning for production control. Production control can be defined as the task of coordinating manufacturing activities in accordance with the manufacturing plans. So manufacturing plans here refers as all the process of production planning, and that need to be coordinated with preconceived schedules can be attained with economy and efficiency. Again, diagrammatically, I am trying to explain what we mean by production control. So, production planning we have completed. Production planning, which means production planning, all 4 are being completed till here. And then, as and when production planning will get over, we'll be continuing with the dispatching, and then the last step is follow up or expediting. Right? This first step during this production controlling is dispatching, which means whatever we have decided in loading, whatever load of the assignment or assignment loading we have done, we need to issue the formal orders to the department, to the supervisor, to the operators, that which man is responsible for which particular machine, which machine will be taking care of which particular task, which department will be taking care of which particular machines, which operations, and by that particular time period everybody need to complete their or execute their orders, right? So this is the communication perspective. This is dispatching means communicating in the formal order to the concerned departments. And last one is when the things are being communicated to the departments, to the supervisors, to the operators, then regular follow-ups need to be taken care, which means why we are doing this, because we are ensuring that work is done as per our plans. What we mean by dispatching is there are various steps involved in planning which were very preparatory steps. No actual work was taking place, only things on paper were being carried out. It involves giving the necessary authority to start the work. When you are officially communicating, when you are officially dispatching the load to the concerned department, to the authorities, to the workers, to the supervisors, they'll start the work as and when they'll receive the orders. Formal work orders and authorities are issued as per their priority to the shop floor to perform the work according to the planned sequence using prescribed tools and predetermined timetable or schedule. Now, next one is your expediting, which means follow-ups, ensuring that work is carried out as per plan. Whatever we have decided, whatever plans we have communicated to the foremen, to the department, to the workers, they need to carry out the work as per the plan. ensuring the delivery date will be met. The major objective of follow-up is to control the variation so that there will be no variation between the planned and the actual work. And how we can go for following up with the production control, with the production process, by watching or regularly watching the progress of work, and in case there is a deviation, we need to report the deviation to the concerned authorities and we need to take corrective action. The department need to take corrective action. Expediting or follow-up becomes is an important and integral part, but it becomes more important if if there is a delay in supply of raw material. If raw material has not been received at the shop floor and it is being delayed, expediting becomes important. If people are absent because of any emergency, so lesser number of people will not be able to give the required output on due dates. And if any of the machine is breakdown, if there is a fault in any of the machine, so it can become a challenge to the production department. And if there is change in specification, and change in specification means whatever previous orders we have received, now there is a slight change in the requirement, then we need to expedite. There is a change in the delivery dates. Earlier we were supposed to provide or complete the order by 31st of July, but now the dates has been revised and now it's 15th of July. There is a change in delivery dates. Then also expediting becomes important. Thank you everyone.